I know he's got the Jimmy
Listen,
smile.
well,
Like he's about to tell me the Earth is flat and get me all fired up.
It's a server.
He always wins. Give it enough time. One of these days, I'm gonna flip this whole bar over.
Think about what you did.
Nobody makes it to the end of these things. Come on.
The Broken Agenda Podcast. Sponsored by Laughing Rock Technology.
I think 4 people is what you need for a banquet.
I'm pretty sure I read that on Wikipedia.
Oh,
It's
wait,
100% fact.
I got another cap.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, it's another stubby.
Okay, so wait. So when we were off camera, you were saying, because I want to see if we can replicate this conversation, because it was what you were saying was what I want.
Well, I complimented Victor on his program, and he said he was morphing it, and what it seemed to come out is that really it was him trying to figure out how to manage the data for other people, that he was just trying to get it straight.
Yeah, I was,
so it just became
basically
it morphed.
The platform has morphed over the years into basically me trying to do a better job for everybody who I was doing the jobs for.
Do you remember what it looked like in the beginning?
Absolutely.
It look you got to understand, this has come a lot. So Victor and I were working on it back in its infancy, and it looked. It was basically text. Yeah. It was like text on a screen. There was no graphics. There was no fun colors. There was no modules. It was just, And then I would say, "Can it do this?" And he'd say, "No." And I'd say, "Can you make it?" And he'd go, "Yeah." And then he'd make it do that. And then somebody else would say, "Well, can you make it do this?" And he'd go, "I don't know, maybe." And then he'd do it. And that's what? How long have you been working on this?
As a whole, since 2001.
Okay.
Like spreadsheet connections came around, and we kind of went through different iterations, and a name change from CC Universal to OmniV, a move here and there, and the software basically everywhere that I got a job, I left it behind, and kind of they couldn't not use it, and so I started to it was like every time I was working for somebody else, I'd implement it. And then there you go. I was like, here you go.
By the way, you're on V Code.
Yeah, you're what I mean? So,
well, hey, welcome to V Code.
That's right.
The V Code node.
That's what he says at the hiring meeting. Hey man, yeah, welcome to V Code.
We switched it to Happy Minutes.
What did you say? Was it V Code?
He said V Code.
No, I just said that's just the thing I said.
Cute and chubby. Cute and chubby.
Cute and chubby. It's Universal back in the day.
Sorry, man. I keep running with the V Code.
No, this is awesome. So that's very.
I think the V Code is cool.
We're doing this again. We got to do it on the back half too. We're gonna double down. It's the new node.
It's the V node.
It's the V node. Oh man, unbelievable. So what else have you? I know you and I have written some stuff over the years. What else have you? I mean, we spent a lot of time on LucidTrac here. Obviously, this is the flagship of your operation. What else have you written?
We've, different apps. There's a mobile app for this as well that we launched.
That's awesome.
That's been out for a while.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically bringing down bits and pieces of it to the mobile environment, so that you can, do certain things. I mean, right now it's not the greatest, of apps, but it does do the job of integrating back to the ERP platform, providing you contacts and click to call features, appointment booking.
I don't
SMS
use the app much, but you know what I use it for? When I'm out in the field and I'm looking for a phone number.
Go right in there.
It's my go-to app because there's so many contacts in here.
The mobile app itself is nice because I'm not, from a standpoint of programming, I don't really care what's on your device. I'm not trying to get into your device. I'm bringing all the contacts and records in from the ERP down there. So I'm not even tracking like your GPS or any of that stuff. I don't care about your incoming calls. And I don't care. I mean, all that. I mean, you got enough problems in life.
You just made Tyler happy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm never gonna. I mean, the mobile app basically is an interaction to the ERP. So you can get it on Google Play and iOS store.
Oh, you do have an iPhone app?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. Does anybody here even use iPhone? Are you an iPhone guy? No, you're an Android guy. Are we all Android people?
I won't be an Android guy.
Are you going Apple?
I can't stand this thing.
What? What phone do you have?
The great debate. He's turning on us.
I got
the Galaxy 10.
I will admit I got.
Galaxy 10.
You have a
Note
Samsung.
10.
That's your problem.
You have Sam. Oh.
Yeah.
What don't you like about it?
I
Spin me a yarn, Jimmy. Tell
Let's
me
see.
a story of Galaxy 10 Note.
let's see, what do I like about it?
Oh,
I like the pen that comes out the bottom.
that's Jesus Christ. That's it. That's
The
all you
stylus.
like about it.
He
Well,
likes
what
the
is it
stylus.
doing that you hate? Like, what is it?
It's just a piece of crap. I feel like it's like not my phone. I feel like it's Samsung's phone, and I'm borrowing it.
Pixel.
Yeah.
Can I get
Miniature
Pixel on AT&T now?
You can buy it straight from Google.
And just bring it over,
Just bring it over.
BYOF,
That's how I
BYOP.
buy
Yeah, I can't say I don't like Android because like I love BlackBerry. If BlackBerry puts another phone out, I'm getting a BlackBerry.
That's
I
not Android
almost
though.
left.
That runs
Now
Android.
it is. Yeah.
Oh, it is Android
BlackBerry
now?
does
Yeah,
now.
okay.
it's been
They gave
Android.
up their own OS, BlackBerry did?
Yes, they did.
Finally, after they went bankrupt. And
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't know why they went bankrupt. I think that
because they stuck too hard to their own OS, and Android and Apple were killing them.
yeah, but they took on Android platform, and then their phones are just like when you have the
Well, then
BlackBerry.
why don't you have a BlackBerry phone?
Because they aren't making them, and I have to buy like an old version.
I thought they started coming out with them again.
I stopped again. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna go away. I just think that
I don't know.
I just think they're focused more on security, and like I just think their focus is different.
What are they securing?
But it's Android operating system.
Well,
Like-
no, but they do security software. Like they're not doing phones. They have another.
It's kind of like when Circuit City went out, and somebody just kept the brand name and just
No,
pretended to sell stuff.
no, they do. They focus. More, are they out of business? I
I
mean,
don't
I don't know.
know.
I'm not like.
I stopped following them. Like
Can
10
we
years
look it
ago.
up? Like,
Yeah, BlackBerry does like.
flip us over to the big screen. Let's find out if
They're more
BlackBerry's
like
still a thing.
enterprise security. So I just think that the phone is a pain in their neck, and they just.
So what does BlackBerry do now? Well, they still have a website. That's a good sign.
If I'm not mistaken, they're-
Cybersecurity for all. There you go. Critical event management, secure embedded systems. Look at these guys evolving. They got the IoT stuff going on. Look at all those. They seem to love the D.
They do.
They really love the D at BlackBerry. I don't know what that's all about. We've never been more connected or more vulnerable. Oh, it's like a love music.
They're
love
not.
song.
They're not going to go away. I just think that
Of course not. They've got a firefighter.
They're in a different niche, and the phone is just not a priority.
But I haven't seen a phone on this yet. So are you sure they're still
Yeah, I
making
think
phones?
that they're not making phones anymore, man.
From what I can tell, they're making some sort of fire suppression equipment as well as spacemen.
Probably software.
Is
right?
all I've been able to and happy business women is what I've been able to tell so far. Oh wait, they've got an app.
So they've thrown away their entire brand identity to
focus on
that's
APIs.
right.
endpoint
But
protection.
yeah, but the thing is that what they've always been about? They've always been about secure, like
I mean, this is a complete departure.
It
EDR.
really is. I mean, they were known for the mobility.
Yeah.
Like that was their thing, and they're not even talking about that here. They're done with that.
Like they were, you bought it. Businesses bought them because they were secure. But
exactly.
This is,
And I
this
think that's what they've done.
Gone.
They were secure, and they've just taken that aspect of their product and they ditched the phone. And
I find
now-
this all very confusing.
This is all very much.
I can't talk tech.
MSP
Yeah, I'm gonna
tools.
tell you right now, that's a big shift from what they used
Considering
to be.
this is our industry, we're a cybersecurity company
Yeah.
and we provide these services. I have never heard of them.
No.
Like in this sphere, I've heard. Obviously, I know about BlackBerry phones, but I've never heard of BlackBerry security.
Does that say silence?
Silence Persona, Silence
You
Protect,
guys
Silence
really are
Optics.
like slipping. You're just
I feel
not
like
on
I've
top of
come
things.
across silence once or twice.
I don't want to have to be bringing like new stuff to the table.
Should we get
As
Jimmy
the
on our
cons-
product
as the
development
con-
team?
As the
I think so,
construction
R&D.
guy.
I mean,
in
we don't
the-
even
in
have
the-
any fire
in the tech
suppression equipment.
podcast.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Seriously?
I didn't think that they stopped making phones though. I mean, I know that they were hurt. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I am not impressed with the website.
Yeah, it's a little dry.
it feels a little like Wixie. Like, I don't know if somebody got like a 1-year free subscription and they decided they could slap this bad boy together, but they may not have the crack marketing team they used to have. More D's.
I like the D's.
Are they supposed to be B's? Like, why do they look like D's? I don't understand what's.
It's supposed to look like a berry,
Yeah, berry.
like a raspberry.
That does not
Yeah.
look like a raspberry.
I mean,
Yeah.
it has. It's
like the seeds.
very, abstract, but
They're in cars
it's
now.
there.
See, they're providing software. They basically became a software vendor.
All right. Well, So BlackBerry's out of business because that's what we're going to tell people. That's the rumor we're going to start, and it's fine.
I think they're gonna make a comeback.
They're coming. They're like Hootie. They're gonna come. They're coming back.
I think so.
Yeah,
They're gonna have a nice foldable
I'm
phone.
calling it today.
Hootie's coming back too. All right, Hootie and BlackBerry.
I think they're a sleeping giant.
It's you're just ready to take the world by storm. All right, they don't even have any. They just slapped a picture on a page. There's not even like a border to it.
No
like,
shade, no drop
there's
shadow,
nothing.
no
It's
depth,
just-
no depth of
all
color.
it's all part of the strategy. Just try to remain low key under the radar.
I don't think that's the strategy at all. I think the strategy is we don't have any money.
They don't got no money. They fired everybody, and they got a website built by Wix.
There's 3 guys and a parakeet in an office somewhere. They're like, we just need a website, guys. Just put something up. I don't care. Picture of an EV. Who cares? Just slap something on there. How about firefighters?
That's
Everybody
actually
likes those
something.
guys.
That's actually something I didn't expect to see on BlackBerry's website. A picture of an EV plugged into the wall.
Apparently, that's how you charge your phone. You have to plug it into your EV, which you have to plug into the wall. They should make their own charger. All right. Anyway, so BlackBerry's dead. So you're saying you love your Pixel.
I love my Pixel.
So you're straight Google through and through. You just.
Yeah, I won't ever buy a Samsung again. I almost left Android because of Samsung. And I went to the Nexus line.
I was so close to getting the Google Pixel, but I was anti-Google.
But you're running Android.
Yeah, if you're running Android, they own.
I'm just trying to be anti.
Yeah, I get that. You're just contrarian for the sake of contrarianism.
But I was so close to getting the Google Pixel. And I understand that's a cleaner version of Android.
It's stock Android.
Yeah.
Samsung, when they get the Android source
I just
code,
hate
goes
to
through and
buy Google. I might buy the Solano phone.
Well, I'm getting rid of. This is my last Samsung purely because of Bixby.
Bixby.
Yeah.
Bixby can suck it so hard.
Yeah.
That stupid whore.
Yeah.
Can I say that online? Do we have to beep that?
No, absolutely not.
I'm not even 100% sure it's a female. It sounds like a female. I don't
Bixby.
know, but she's up in my Bixby.
Sounds
business.
like a trans to me.
I don't. Maybe it's a trans. I don't know what's going on.
Mix.
But
Bix,
every
B.
time I have something important going on, Bixby pops up out of nowhere like a whack-a-mole and goes, "I can find a restaurant near you." And I'm like, "Shut up, Bixby!" And you can't close her. There's no way to close her. She's always there, waiting, watching. She's always judging. Always judging.
She's intrusive.
She's intrusive.
She just comes out of nowhere. You're not even talking to her,
hold on.
and she just like butts into the conversation.
See, now I don't even know how to open Bixby without
button,
without having.
Call.
No, they took away the button. You just swipe to the right.
If you
swipe
call
right.
it,
It's
it
like-
won't
it's like
show.
Tinder. Oh, Samsung free. Oh, I that's right. I completely deleted all my Samsung accounts so that Bixby couldn't figure out who I was. So this is how you would get to Bixby, but I completely just.
Oh, that's a Samsung thing. Okay,
It's,
that's why.
no,
I
it's
never-
Samsung's Alexa.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what. Oh shoot.
So I think I'm gonna try the Pixel next. Then
You gonna try the Pixel next?
man,
I tell you to.
I'm gonna take Tyler's because I'm lost at like where to go, and I don't want to go to
I
iPhone.
wanted to go Pixel, but for the longest time you couldn't run a Pixel on the AT&T network.
Oh,
But
Right. It did when Pixel first came out. It was
Verizon only. Yeah.
and now they've gotten to the point where they're selling. You can I just buy mine directly from Google and buy
See,
the
I
unlocked
just-
version.
And they just pop in a SIM card and call
I'm
it.
trying to go a
Yeah.
different direction. I don't want to support the monster. You know what I mean?
Well, which monster? It's,
you-
there's
You're gonna
iPhone
support
and
one
there's Android.
monster or another.
There's the only 2 players in the game.
Yeah, I don't want to support either.
It's
one.
East Coast, West Coast.
That's why I
It's-
want BlackBerry to
so
make another
here,
phone.
I'll put it to you this way: if you have a Pixel, you can always go the route of root and unlock, and then flash a new OS, and it's really not that hard. And there's a lot of developers out there who just strip Google of it completely.
They just like the phone.
Still buying Google hardware.
Still buying Google hardware, but you can strip Google out entirely.
Feeding the monster. You're what's wrong with America.
Am I?
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I apologize. All right, so
Apology.
this one.
Back to the BlackBerry website.
This one,
here.
no, shut the BlackBerry website down. I can't look at this horror show anymore. It makes me so sad. It was such a. There were 2 things that you guys remember, like back in the good old days.
keyboard, the keyboard.
There were 2 things that dominated the mobile world, and that was BlackBerry and Sprint Push to Talk.
Yes.
Those were the 2, and of course Nokia Snake. Snake, the game Snake on Nokia was the 3rd thing, but you could do without that. But everybody had to have the Push to Talk. Nextel. Yeah.
I really liked my Microsoft phone. My Nokia.
Oh, you were the one. I heard there was
Yeah.
one that liked
Windows
that.
phone. The one guy.
I really liked the Windows phone.
I hated that Windows phone.
It was perfect.
It was glitchy.
It's completely
Except it had
synced with my.
support.
And it was slow as hell. It would
Well,
take
yeah.
apps 5 minutes to open.
I never had that problem.
I don't think I ever even seen one of those phones in real life.
I really wanted to like it. I wanted to run it.
I would get another one of those before.
Thank God Windows got out of that space. They were amazing.
They lost a lot of money in that market.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
I thought just terrible at hardware.
It worked like seamlessly though with like Outlook and like what I wanted.
Maybe for what you needed.
What I wanted was my phone to be like an extension of my computer, and Windows accomplished that. BlackBerry had it all jacked up, right? And then they figured it out, and then it worked, and then they went out of business. And then I ended up with the Windows.
I will say the last couple of BlackBerry phones were amazing.
I think they were. I love my K1.
They made a bunch of stabs.
Except for the battery, like it started getting a little funky. There's a key too. I would consider even buying that. Maybe I don't know.
I would not go back to something that's discontinued.
Did you guys carry yours on your belt?
Absolutely.
Holsters.
How would anybody,
Holster
know that I'm
style.
professional
I used to
and
just
cool?
walk around with it, like my.
Little belt holster.
There you go.
Look at my keyboard.
There was a time period there where everybody had the belt
I
holster.
worked for a guy who had 2 of them and carried both on the same side.
On the same side.
Same side. You just knew which one was in front, which one was behind.
I think I'm just ready for. I'm ready for glasses, dude. I'm done with the phone.
I don't know. I can't do wearables.
Yeah.
I'm not. My earpiece
And then
is
that I
the
could
closest I
fucking
get.
just have some shit fly up, like
I don't think it works
Iron
out.
Man, you know,
Like,
badass.
Iron Man was nice. He did a lot of nice stuff in that movie.
yes, he did. I will say, if it worked that well, I'd be all about the glasses. I have a feeling that that's not going to work that well for a very long time or ever. But maybe. I don't know. Maybe Google will surprise. They've had the glasses out for a while, though.
It's over 10 years now.
And they're not that good. That's that augmented reality stuff. They have really struggled to make that thing come to market in a way that makes people happy. And they've done some cool stuff with it. They really have.
They've done a lot. They've been able to implement a lot of stuff into like their phones.
Yes.
Because of that.
But every time they try to put it into some sort of true augmented reality interface, it flops every time.
I just like watching people running around with virtual goggles on, hitting walls and bouncing off. like you can't go running for real. I mean, like, hello.
Dude, you're not in a field.
Like,
you're
what
in
are
a
you doing?
You're in a 10 by 10 room.
There was a TikTok video of a guy boxing in his family room, and his wife's walking through, looking at her phone, not paying attention, and he's got his VR on. Total square right hook to the face.
Wow.
Like, he had no idea she was there. He didn't even take the goggles off right away, like because he was just as surprised.
In his
as
zone. In
she
his
just
zone.
dropped. I was like, "Oh my god, you're divorced. You don't know it yet, but you're so divorced."
That is it. That is it.
The VR is cool though. I don't know. Do you guys don't do VR, do you?
I tried basically putting the phone inside the 99-cent special.
Ghetto VR.
And
Yeah.
it was that and that.
Nah, go big or go home, buddy. You can't do
Yeah,
the phone in the
that
goggle
sounds like
thing.
something you don't even want to try.
It was bad. It was like
Especially if you want to experience VR.
I thought about
You don't go
getting-
down to the Family Dollar.
I thought about getting an I thought about getting like the Facebook Oculus, man. No, you get it at Five Below. They got that little kit you get that.
Google gave directions on how to build those for a while.
They were doing cardboard square
Cardboard,
box.
yeah.
Yeah, you can build the VR holder. But that's kind of like
Yeah, the VR stands for very reasonable pricing.
Yeah, very reasonable.
Yeah, very reasonable.
Maybe. I don't know.
So
It might. It could very well. Combination.
no, I love our rig. Well, I let my daughter build the latest rig, and she built the VR system and everything else, and she built it and she brags about it to everybody, but she doesn't play it. She doesn't because it's old hat to her. Could you imagine that? Like growing up in these days, you're 9 years old and you're like, yeah, it's just VR, Dad.
Yeah.
Like everybody has VR, Dad. It's like not
No,
everybody
actually,
has. Like
Actually, no one has VR.
nobody has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
so.
You spoiled little brat.
It's, that's my kid.
Oh.
That's messed up.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the neighbor.
That ain't right. All right, so we only got 10 minutes left here. Let's pull this back over to OmniV here because I feel like there's some stuff we haven't even talked about the fact that you've got a patent, right?
Yeah, we copyrighted the thing and trademarked the thing and done everything we can possibly do to keep it safe. But yeah, at the end of the day, the patent will allow me to indefinitely keep the code and code base with us for a while.
Well, now here's what I understand. So the way patents work, how much does the patent protect your code? Because as the code changes, doesn't it deviate away from the patent?
It's about the way the technology is used that makes the patent actually worth the patent. So the way I built the cake here, so
Turducken,
yep. Mm-hmm. So the way that basically the way we've laid it out for you, the structure, yes, it's always going to be in a kind of semi-polymorphic state where it's always going to fluctuate. Your install may look completely different, by the way, than his install. I mean, we can make it blue on one side versus green on the other side.
Did you say semi-polymorphic?
Yeah, it changes around.
Oh my God, that's a great word.
Semi-polymorphic.
It's not completely polymorphic. It's semi-polymorphic.
Yeah.
I
don't think I've ever even heard that word before.
Yeah, we make things up on the fly.
I don't think it's a real word.
No. So, but I mean, it's an organic. The platform can be organically, engineered to do whatever you guys want it to do. I mean, that's why I said it's sometimes it's a hard sell. I say get past our login screen. You build, you dream it, and we'll build it. That's kind of the motto from OmniBee. It's like, go ahead and you guys can dream up whatever you guys want, and we'll work very, very hard to give you what you want.
So, what is it? What's a scenario where you think you're going to expand to? Like with talking with people and.
Well, since we don't do a lot of advertising, I mean, from a business standpoint, it's all been organic growth. So, refer a friend.
So I see that you got campaigns in there.
Oh yeah, we got campaign management.
Can we go into that
Kick
category?
Campaigns.
And talk about that a little bit, because I think marketing is really
right. So we have several different services. You get email marketing, SMS marketing, and then what we call predictive dialer. So it'll automatically dial. So select the last 10 leads that you haven't dialed, and it'll dial them for you. Get you on the path of being able to communicate with your customers. This is how we do our broadcast emails. So you can go to, for example, send the email and look at your list. And so you have any mailing list set up through the platform. You can load your templates up and fire away your campaign. You know what that's like.
Mm-hmm. You can do what do I use for that? I use
Constant Contact. It'll replace your Constant Contact for you. It'll also then replace SMSing for you as well.
Yeah, I have a program I use that will send out a blast of phone calls and leave a message. It'll go right to voicemail. It bypasses ringing and goes to voicemail, and I can leave a voicemail message for 20 people. Yeah. And then if they're available, they'll call back.
Yeah, that's the way that's done programmatically is actually it's kind of funny. They'll call you twice. The first call lasts 1/10 of a second and hangs up. The second call, it goes right to and that's when you get the voicemail because it happens so fast.
No, I didn't realize that's how they did that.
Interesting.
So
the phone's busy.
It's busy. It goes right to voicemail. So that's it's a
tricky.
cute little programmatical trick.
Cute and chubby.
Cute and chubby.
Nice.
But so is that part of what the system will do?
We can do the predictive dialing part of it, which will allow you to determine whether or not a machine picked up and whether a human picked up but yeah, that particular feature of it, the way you described it, isn't built into the platform. But guess what? Why not? Shoot it up and get it to go. I mean, one board Saturday,
He dreamed it.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so that allows. That's what this particular. I mean, you see that you can manage the list. We have basically integrated landing pages, so you can set up your intake forms, which will allow you to drop them into specific deal pipelines. Create the dynamically send out the the nice little thank you, welcome, hello to the world. Then at that point, you can set up these mailing lists to target automatically. So when an account's converted or a lead's converted, it adds them to all the mailing lists that you say you automatically add them to. So you kind of forcing them into your campaigning. But yeah, that particular part of campaigns and phone predictive dialing, if you scroll down some, Tyler.
And so when I'm thinking of campaigns, I'm thinking of I don't know where how far this thing spiders out, but I'm thinking social media marketing campaigns, email campaigns, cold call campaigns.
Wait, how does it do social media campaigns?
Is all that stuff manageable from here? I used Hootsuite in the past to manage social media campaigns. Used TweetDeck to manage Twitter campaigns through multiple accounts. is this all something that can get dumped in here and literally have
potentially? Yes. No, we've never marketed through Twitter directly or posted to Facebook directly, but those are simple integrations.
Yeah, because if you bring TweetDeck in here, right? TweetDeck is just connecting. Like I've got 3 Twitter accounts, and from TweetDeck I can just monitor all that. Which I'm just thinking, like I don't know, like it's nice to be able to go to one place and be able to do it all. Just as it go to the TweetDeck alone, just to be able to manage 3 different accounts off.
Well, it's convenient. Nice. Yeah, it's very convenient. Yeah.
So,
we don't have direct integrations to the actual posting providers is not something that we've been asked to do yet, as from a service providing standpoint. Everybody's so used to just like we have the share now buttons like for all our landing pages. I don't know if you have any.
And it might not be practical.
Like, no, I mean it depends on the type of campaigning that you're trying to do too. So like if you're just sending out email blasts, that's something that you want to post a little topic on. You know what I mean? The last time I think somebody actually asked us for that type of integration was because they were doing Constant Contact, and Constant Contact was having trouble posting to Salesforce to Facebook. And so we had looked into potentially, pulling that piece out and putting it back into our environment so that they can do it directly through the platform. But it never panned out.
Well, real quick, before we're wrapping up on time here, but we ended the last segment. You were going to do a test SMS?
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that before we end the show?
I did send a test SMS, and what happened was that one of your teams saw it because you're all sharing the same number and acknowledged the SMS, and it went away.
Where does ours come into support?
No, it pops right into the.
Well, let's see it.
And so,
I don't ever use the SMS feature, so
like
I know some of the guys
we need
do.
a ticket system too, in what we're doing. I'm seeing a lot of
I love the ticketing
potential here with our organization and this platform.
Well, and when you get down to the nuts of it, everybody's organization kind of overlaps on some level. Like we all need kind of the same things. We need a way to communicate with our customers. We need a way to organize our customers. We need a way to organize what our customers need. Victor just found a unique way to tap into that in a more universal way instead of very, very focused and specific like most of these apps are.
So there it is. Inbound SMSs are appear if the system identifies. If the system identifies who the customer is, it'll be in green. If the system identifies that nobody had found, then it'll be a black box. But you can literally right from there just have this conversation with your individual. Beautiful, in my opinion.
Wait, so reply real quick. I want to see that. Did it come back? There it is. That's adorable. I love it.
I mean, that alone is, in my opinion, one of the most powerful features of the platform.
Now, what number did you test?
So
when we set up your node,
our node number.
you had your node.
Gotcha. Okay.
wait, was that the server?
Stop it. No, bad Jimmy. Bad Jimmy.
Yeah,
we did this bit.
The server itself is actually responsible for that.
Okay.
So that was a direct text chat, and was that like a chat feature on a website?
Yeah, it's built into the platform. Yeah.
But you just did it through your phone?
Right. So their installation has a dedicated line. We basically can make inbound and outbound and receive phone calls directly through the platform, as well as send SMSs through it, and set up click to call. So you don't have to. You can obscure your own environment. So you can call your cell phone. It'll call your cell phone. It'll tell you, hey, I'm about to call XYZ customer for you. Sit tight. And so the only time it ever exposes, the only number it ever exposes is the number that we have bound to your installation.
Can we program it to say, please hold for the President of the United States?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to do. And so it's a full-fledged IVR system. So when you'll set up the inbound call, depending on what you wanted it to do. We either route it back to your local or route it directly to the agents that are logged into the app. So you can have as many different users logged in, all sharing the same number and all corresponding back and forth.
Now, what if you want to get extra numbers? Is that just an add-on? Or
that's just an add-on. No.
Okay.
Yep. You could add as many numbers as you feel like it, and assign them to however many staff members as you feel like.
Well, we're officially at time here, so I think we're at final thoughts, guys. Anybody have anything? Jimmy, did you have any last questions? Did you want to say node one more time?
Clarification.
What's that?
No.
Tyler, what do you got? Nothing at all?
No, good.
Victor, is there anything we missed that you want to talk about?
No,
Anything we forgot to ask?
I got it. Everything is there. I mean, you guys can share the link to the website, and if you have any questions, you could either reach out to these two guys directly, and they can peddle you forward to me, or you can reach out to me directly and they can get that info to you on the follow up to the podcast.
Victor, thank you for showing up for the fastest hour in podcast.
Sweet. Awesome job, man.
Yeah, freaking phenomenal. Yeah. Thank you, guys. It's OmniV, and the name of the software is LucidTrac. This is Victor Ocasio, the genius, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you all for joining us. We'll catch you next week.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
The Broken Agenda Podcast. Sponsored by Laughing Rock Technology.